Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. My name is Caden, and today we're going to be talking about how to know what to get rid of. Now before you start, let's go over some things. So for the majority of people, buying things actually won't make them very happy. It could make them temporarily happy, but I would consider that not to be very beneficial in the long run. So that could be like buying a new car, buying some new clothes, jewelry, something like that. So then you're also going to want to start slow when you're getting rid of things. So just no need to rush into things. You don't have to go through your entire home in one day or over the next month or something. You can spread it out. Definitely spread it out. It'll make it a little bit less stressful and just a little bit easier to do. Keeping your mind rejuvenated and calm and everything like that, because that can be a stressful time, is just getting rid of a lot of things like that. All right, so first things first, questions to ask yourself when choosing what to part with. Do I use this often enough to where it will be a burden not to have it? Now, something that I would consider as an example is a calculator. Let's say, do you have a smartphone instead that has a calculator? Do you really need that calculator then? I would say no. And that honestly depends on if you have multiple calculators. I know it's a bit random example, but that's just what I'm thinking of. So then also the next question is this just a just in case item? So if it is, what I would consider to do is have a drawer or container for it to go in and go through it about once a month and get rid of what you don't need. So, for example, you buy something new. So let's say you get a computer, let's say, and it comes with some extra cords or cables, that can go with the computer and everything like that to plug into things. Those I would consider just in case item for the most part, because some you never really are going to need. They give you those just in case you will. So I would say put them in a box or something for about a month, and if you haven't used them for a month, get rid of them, donate them somewhere. All right, so something else I want everybody to know is just because you have a nice organized space doesn't mean that there isn't chaos, as it could just be organized chaos. So how do you know if it's organized chaos? I would consider that to be if you've got a lot of storage containers, or even if you have a storage unit, you probably have too much things that you aren't using, especially if you have a storage unit and you have some stuff in there. Unless you're planning on moving and you're doing a slow transition, and if you just have a storage unit just to have a storage unit to have stuff in, that stuff in the storage unit you're probably not using. Do you really need that storage unit? All right. And then if you feel you need to keep it, then ask yourself these questions. Have I used this in the last 90 days, or will I even use it in the next 90 days? So this is something that the minimalists have actually said, and this is something that they use when deciding whether to keep something or not. So they also are unsure sometimes of what to keep and what to get rid of. So it's just ask yourself these simple questions and be honest with yourself. Have I used it in the last 90 days? No, I haven't. Am I going to use it in the next 90 days? If you're still unsure, keep it for the next 90 days. And if you haven't used it, get rid of it. You don't need it, obviously. All right, so now I'm going to be going over some things that I have decided I needed to donate or just get rid of in general, whether that's to throw out or something like that. So first of all, let's just go over this. I just have a backpack. It's got some stuff in there, but pretty much a backpack. I already have a backpack, so I don't need another one. Plus the other backpack that I have, but it has more space and everything like that. So then other things to get rid of, a belt. I already have a belt. You don't need more. And then I just have a lot of extra clothes in here. I already have enough clothes for the week. I don't need more clothes. All right. And then next, I would say I'm getting rid of some shoes. Now these look like nasty shoes. This is just stains, so don't worry, nothing disgusting. Um, I don't really use these anymore. And I have better shoes anyways that I would use for outdoor work or something like that. So I'm getting rid of these so somebody else can use these. That goes for these hiking shoes that I have. I have athletic shoes that I wear anyways, so I can just use those instead. Next, I would say books. Get rid of some books that you have. A lot of people have a lot of excess books. Even if you don't read, some people have them as decor. You don't really need books as decoration. I don't, at least personally, I don't think. If you're not going to read those books and don't plan on it, I would say just get rid of them. So I've got a lot of other books. But just, go over the books, and if you feel like you're going to read them in the next 90 days. And if you still haven't gotten to it, reassess your thinking. Do I need to get rid of this book? Um, am I going to read it? Or even if you're not going to read it, if you've got an Audible subscription, hey, you can probably try to find the book there as they probably have it. And then the last thing I kind of want to go over that I honestly haven't really thought of, board games or something. This is just Yahtzee. My family doesn't really play board games, and I don't think we ever really did, but we have a lot of board games. Never really played most of them. We just got them just to have them in case that one day that we would decide that we wanted to use them, play with them. So we're gonna give them to a new family. No specific family in mind, but we're just gonna bring them to donate to Goodwill, and then somebody will buy them that will hopefully have more use, and maybe they'll want them more than we do for sure. All right, so then to prevent needing to do all of this decluttering again, is to ask yourself these questions before you buy things. This is also by the Minimalist. I will leave it down in the description to that essay that I found this on. So, first question is, can I afford to part with this money? So that meaning, do I have any bills to pay for? Do I need to pay for rent or anything like that? Any upcoming payments? Do I need to pay for my credit card that's coming up? Anything like that? And then, can I actually pay the actual cost? So sure, you probably have the money, but is it your money? And then how to know if it's your money is, are you in debt? If you are in significant debt, that money is not yours. Just come to face with that. Know that that money isn't yours, and only purchase it if you need it. Because you should pay off that debt because debt is not very good in most situations. So just try to pay off that as fast as you can. I won't go into too much debt issues and whatever thing like that unless you guys would like me to. And the next question, will it add value to my life? Will add genuine value to my life? And kind of as before, will you actually use it, in the next 90 days or something like that? Like, will you actually use it? Um, so for some people, you don't really need an alarm clock. So, you don't need to buy another alarm clock or a clock in general. If you've got a phone, use that clock on your phone. I have a clock because I use it as an alarm occasionally. So I have that and I can use my phone, but I have my phone usually right by me when I sleep. So having an alarm clock, something where I need to get up, just helps me wake up a little bit better. Um, so then, what are the alternatives? So going back to the clock example, um, the phone. If you don't sleep with your phone near you, or you could even just have your phone charging away from you to where you actually have to get up in the morning to turn off your alarm. So you can do that instead of buying another clock or something like that. And then can you get by without it for a while? So that could be like a new car. Do you really need that new car? And do you want it just because you want it, or because you feel like your social status will be improved by it? Just ask yourself these questions, as I feel that they're important. But honestly, this all comes down to you guys. Focus on what you think you need and ask yourself these questions and be honest with yourself, is all I ask. Because that's the only way you're gonna find um, value in your life and kind of discover what that could possibly be. I'm not saying that you don't have some value in your life and whatever, or what that some things don't bring value to your life that I mentioned before, like shoes or something. You could really be into shoes, Hey, if that adds value to your life, go ahead, keep them. Like I'm not here to say what you should and shouldn't keep. I was just giving examples of what I am not keeping. So leave down in the comments below and let me know what you um, are deciding to get rid of, or if you've got any questions, or just say hey, I love the video. That always makes me feel good. So I hope you guys all have a great day and good luck. See you in the next video. Peace.